getting set for first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year.
Fires to the big fella. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the tailback. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Caught over the middle. It's Abrams. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
4th down coming up.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Gators want to move quickly. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to pass. It's Flagway. Looking left. Hauls it in. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Really nice job on the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. He got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line, and the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it to convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Back to the air one more time. Finds his big tight end. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious. He is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Absolutely perfect. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes his connection. On the move at the 30. Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, it's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket. The defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed over the middle. It's Abrams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Coming after him. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Trying to get to him. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
To the air, it's Lagway. They're bringing heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Abrams. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he muffs it. It's loose. And he makes his way out of bounds on the return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He's got his man. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Wide open downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. You used to be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
Florida 10, LSU 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Safe completion on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. On second down, he'll fire. Gets it out fast. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Quick release on the RPO. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Defense rolls up, keeping its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Steps away. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Florida! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. We've got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be...
Fires one high and deep. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Gator! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big.
Got a lot of running room. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's looking on the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. The give, and tick, 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 tick.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Gators will send out the punt unit.
To kick it away.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Brought down at the 34. 1st down for the offense.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going for it all. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Jackson. He's run out of bounds, but